was announced today in the murder case against Nima Momeni for killing Cash App co-founder Bob Lee. 6 men and 6 women found him guilty of second-degree murder.
It's a middle ground, you could say, between the two verdicts that the prosecution and the defense were hoping for. We have team coverage tonight. Crowd Force Catherine Heenan and Leslie Gooden are gathering reaction after that long-awaited verdict. But first, we go to our Rob Nesbitt, who has more on today's news. Good evening, Rob.
Grant and Vicky, a decision has finally been made. Nima Momeni has been found guilty of second-degree murder in connection to the killing of Cash App founder Bob Lee after 7 weeks of a trial and 7 days of jury deliberations. The 12 jurors in the case against Nima Momeni announced their verdict Tuesday morning, finding Momeni guilty of second-degree murder. Defense attorney Tony Brass described how his client took the verdict.
Obviously, anyone in his position is going to feel very disappointed. This is a very painful day. And
ladies and gentlemen, this was one strange / bizarre case, yet it is timely. Revelation 13 talks about you won't be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Could it be that Cash App founder Bob Lee was adamantly against a change coming toward the future? Fed now. What is Fed now? Let's look that up. Fed now, a possible rival to Cash App. Fed now is a new instant payment service from the Federal Reserve that allows individuals and businesses to send and receive money quickly and securely. Was Bob Lee against this? Allegedly, is that why he was taken out? They say he was taken out because the gentleman who killed him, stabbed with a knife, they're saying that Bob Lee assaulted his sister. Are you buying this? I did a video on it about a year ago. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. This reminds me of the Federal Reserve back in the day. You guys remember on the Titanic, there was supposed to be a meeting in relation to the Federal Reserve. Some millionaires got on there, that is, got on the Titanic, and some didn't. The ones who didn't, obviously, they were for the Federal Reserve to come into fruition. It finally came into fruition in 1913 when our Congress passed it. Is this a situation where the powers wanted Bob Lee out the way because he has Cash App? Again, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre, really bizarre. But let me show you something here. At the 209 mark, I did see something. At the 209 mark, the guy who is said to have killed him, stabbed him, look above his head. You see those? Those are X's. And then an X right there. And let me show you how peculiar this thing is. When you just go here and you run it.
And evidence that was presented that should not have been. We're going to take.
You do it for a millisecond. Watch.
Shut up.
Momeni's verdict
Boom.
comes with
Now
a
it's
possible.
gone. It's gone. Just that quick. What are the odds they would shoot this here? And then boom. Right above his head is the X, and X right here. And it is a calendar. It is a calendar. But the X is right there. Now you guys know in yesterday's video, I pointed that out. That there is a formation of keys going across each other and a crown. And that the political and religious, they formed back in the day. Many believe that this is what's going to happen in the future. This is the Catholic religious, quote unquote, alleged system. Is this the real X? And again, the very next day we have this, the X above him. And like I showed in a previous video yesterday, I mean, what a day yesterday in Decoding, that I literally had a video that I presented in relation to the shooting out in Madison, Wisconsin. And I showed how it looks like this is a family together. They're being interviewed by a guy, but yet this person has 2 X's on his neck. You got to see this video. It's titled, "This is Beyond Words." And the question is, because he has 2 X's, remember 2 people were killed at the school, a teacher and a student. Is that an X for every individual? That's what I asked. People, is so deep. And so now again, we have this. So let's go further. Let's dive into this Cash App and Bob Lee. It was founded on October 13th of 2013, okay? If you take 10/13 of 2024, that is the anniversary of Cash App. Verdict yesterday was 12/17 of 2024. The difference is 66 days, 6-6. Like the mark of the beast, 666. Let's watch the video I produced last year in relation to Bob Lee. Let's watch it decode. This.
San Francisco tonight. Tonight, a shocking twist in the stabbing death of tech mogul Bob Lee. Police in San Francisco announcing the arrest of a fellow tech entrepreneur, 38-year-old Nima Momeni.
Mr. Momeni was taken into custody without incident in Emeryville, California. He was transported to the San Francisco County Jail and booked on 1 charge of murder.
Nima Momeni describes himself on LinkedIn as the owner of an IT company. Officials say the 2 men knew each other, but they are refusing to reveal any details about the crime or a motive. Neighbors of the suspect are stunned.
Very sweet, down-to-earth, seemingly very professional gentleman. This is a complete shock to all of us in the building.
Bob Lee, an executive with MobileCoin and founder of Cash App, was found.
So that's one, and I'll come back to this. The second one, I'm gonna show you the video. You're gonna see a door. And you're gonna see a photograph of Marilyn Monroe. And that's when I broke down. I'll decode that. And then you'll see that same neighbor testifying, okay? Now watch this.
They tell us that the suspect, Nima Momeni, and Bob Lee were recorded leaving the Millennium Tower prior to the stabbing. They tell us that investigators determined that Lee had arrived on the 400 block of Main Street via a car that was registered under and driven by the suspect. We're also told that the San Francisco DA's office issued an arrest. He had arrived on the 400 block of Main Street via a car that was registered under and driven by the suspect. We're also told that the San Francisco DA's office issued an arrest warrant for Momeni. This morning, SFPD served search warrants. This video that we have here is from a neighbor when the arrest happened. And we did speak with someone who just became a neighbor of Momeni's about a month ago.
Absolute shock. Very nice gentleman. Would not have expected that he would be alleged to have committed.
You see those rock colors of the sun god, orange and gold? Is that coincidence? And then Sunday. We'll go further.
A murder or a stabbing of any sort. A thorough professional, very nice neighbor. The building.
Okay, so what you saw there, you saw the word dispatch. You also saw door 201. And also you saw Marilyn Monroe's picture. I'll come up. Remember back in the day we had a 201? Remember that? EVENT, right? 201. Is it subliminal? Back to all that. The last photograph, the last video, be very quick. The Phoenicians told stories back in the day. Signs and wonders, numbers and codes. If they're in charge today, like I theorize, this is why you see purple everywhere, because their major color back then was purple. Not only do they show colors, they speak with the numbers, codes, pictures. This is how they speak to each other, and I'm letting you know how they speak. So watch this, Mr. D's. These photographs that the media is showing you, I don't believe it's an accident. Just gonna say allegedly.
Suspect is under arrest in San Francisco tonight, accused of stabbing Cash App creator Bob Lee to death in what police say was a targeted attack. The arrest has stunned the tech world and countered speculation the murder was the result of random San Francisco street crime. As Nancy...
Now, that's all you need right now. Now, let's read about motives. Before I do that, let's look something up, because I've done this before. Targeted attack. Remember, we just had the CEO in New York? He got killed. And then we have a targeted attack. Did I decode that before? Let's see. Targeted attack. I think. There you go. Targeted attack. Comes out to 46. What is 46? That's DEATH. Destruction. Targeted attack. Reminds you of the CEO in New York, doesn't it? He was a high-profile individual as well. Wow, that's deep. Wanted to, also with that 46, I'm sorry for jumping around, with that 46, Beau Biden, JFK, George Orwell, and George Floyd, they all made their demise at 46 years old. Think about it. It's deep. It's speaking, a targeted attack. That's what they just said in this news file. How about that? Find out the top reasons why people murder people, right? I just took something that was innocent. I Googled it, and it's titled, that's it. The killer wants to eliminate a rival. Is that it? 9, the killer is taking revenge for being wronged in their career. 11, someone takes revenge on a person for rejecting their romantic adventures. Overtures. So yeah, it's a long list. 15. We might have pegged it here, huh? Now, let me show you. I want to show you the pictures first. I think I'll do that, then I'll show you some cards. Now, you got the red and the white. I don't know if this is Valentine's Day, but there's a heart, right? This might have been Valentine's Day. I don't know why they showed this picture. But look at the name tag, or whatever that is. It says code, C-O-D-E. I'm gonna put all these videos in the description, and then you can watch and put it together, okay? It takes time, so hey, I'm gonna put it there, take your time, put it together, you'll see what I wrote down mentally. It says code, C-O-D-E. To me, that's a clue. He's got his hands, just like I told you. Damar Hamlin, his number is number 3. So you saw that. Let's look up the word code. C-O-D-E. Code comes out to 81, 18 in reverse. Interesting. Joe Biden was 81 years old at the time, wasn't he? That's deep. Was Bob Lee sacrificed? Joe Biden was 81 years old last year when this gentleman died. Interesting, huh? Is that a coincidence? Code. How do they take these pictures like this and make them work out like this? That they just present us. You ever notice that? The media presents us with pictures of a person and it lines up mysteriously, right? Allegedly. Now let me show you this. You saw that wall hanging. The gentleman was talking. This spiral might be a portal, but I'm not putting too much hill of beans on that. What I'm looking at is this. Does that look like a face of the Baphomet with the eye and the snout? Okay. We're living in that time where the devil speaks in multiple ways. Now, there's a picture of it direct, right? Okay. And there's one there. See the face, formation, the devil? And the other day I did a video on what they call him, Lucifer, the rapper, Lucivert. Remember I showed you his face? I showed you his picture. See the snout? The eyes are red. See the mask covering he's got? Like the pelican beak. Devil horns signaling. Devil horns in his hands. And the snout face, right? And when you think about when you focus in on it, look at that. Is that not the devil's horns or eyes? Look how it's shaped with the V. Eyes, or the actual antlers, or whatever you want to call it. See that? So you got that picture. You got that picture. Looks similar, doesn't it? Same V, right? Which is that. Baphomet, the devil, with the pentagram.
Now they speaking without speaking.
So, what are the odds are this gentleman's going to be interviewed, and he's got that this was in the video when they showed it. Okay, let's go to a next one here. The same gentleman was interviewed. What does it say? Dispatch. Didn't Bob Lee try to call that night? Didn't he talk to dispatch? 911, come get me, I've been stabbed.
And the rock
What's
colors.
the odds are this would be in the background also, dispatch.
And the colors orange and
Dispatch.
yellow. Orange and gold. Sun
put it
God
out
Ra.
there.
Sorry about that, people. But look,
Then you have
the Sun God Ra colors. And it says Sunday. Yeah. Sun God Ra is just speaking without speaking.
Bob Lee and Dr. King were killed on the same day. April 4th, 1968. I'm gonna decode all that. Bob Lee died. So you're talking Dr. King, Bob Lee, both died on the same day, April 4th. 54 days apart.
54, 55 years. 54, 55
Dr.
years.
King was, I believe, 39 years old. Let me find out. How old was Dr. King? 39. And you flip it, 36. Right? There's your numbers. Your numbers don't lie. So isn't it funny that they both killed on the same day? Conspiracy behind it, 39. Just put it out there. Now, if you don't think the numbers mean anything, Dr. King was in this hotel room seconds before he died. 306. To me, that's 3 6s. 666.
And if you get rid of the 0, that's 36. Stay tuned.
Right? So there you go. It's all right there. And let me throw this at you. The reason why I brought all this up is this. 201 is the room number of the guy who they assume they allegedly killed Bob Lee. 201.
201. Coincidence?
1 is what? 3, right? The heart. Number 3 is speaking. Damar Hamlin.
Marilyn Monroe died the 4th of August, 1962, at age 36 in Los Angeles.
36.
Marilyn Monroe's picture is right next door to his door. Is that staged? And she was 36 years old. Remember I said Dr. King was 306, get rid of the 0, that's 36. Now she's 36, right next to, that's she died. She died at 36 years old. Is that coincidence? 3 6s, 666. And she died the 4th of August. But she's 36 years old. So why would they put a picture there? No, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm just putting it out there. How is it coincidence that her picture is next to this here? 2 and 1 is 3. This is the guy who allegedly killed Bob Lee. Now look at this here. Watch this, people. Marilyn Monroe's death. Okay, she died on August 4th. August 4th. Barack Obama was born on August 4th, was he not? That's deep. 8-4, August 4th. Now, of course, Barack Obama wasn't president then. That's why I say the 84 and the 44, those are system numbers. When you see that, you got to kind of like do a side eye, like, is there something going on? Because rituals happen in relation to 84 and 44. I see that a lot in my videos. And then there's a convenient picture there of Marilyn Monroe. When you Google it, the coincidence is that she died at 36 years old. And again, she died August 4th, 1962. August 4th, and she was 36 years old. 36, 3 6 is 666. That's a mathematical improbability. Just keeping it real, y'all. So we have all the pictures, right? Now, let's decode some more. Bob Lee, killed on 4/4/2023. 4/4/20 and 23 equals 51. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 from 51 gives you 45. There's that 45, I've been telling you it's gonna keep coming up. Then, and who's the 45th president coming up from the past? Trump. Is that coincidence? Was Bob Lee a sacrifice in relation to the new economic system? That's the question. 4/4/2/2/3 is 15. 15 from 51 is 36. That's 3 6 is 666. Dr. King died on 4/4/1968. That's 92. 4/4/1968 is 32. 32 from 92 gives you 63. Actually, it's 32 from 95 gives you 63, as you can see. Hard to see as I'm doing it that way, but yeah. 95 from 32 gives you 63. 3 6 is 666. Just like Bob Lee, 666. Isn't that something? That's 3 6 is 666. That's why I told you they had something in common. Now check this out. I showed you the picture of Mr. D's on that truck. M is 13, D is 4, S is 19. 13, 4, 19 is 36. That's 3 6 is 666. Remember the truck that I showed you guys earlier? Let's go to that. Let's see, Mr. D's. They have these pictures that they take of people that they show us after a person passes. Isn't that something? And when you decode them, you're like, wow, where's this picture coming from? But yeah, Mr. D's. There is a picture of Bob Lee somewhere. I guess I lost it, but you guys probably remember it. I have it, but I don't see it. But yeah, it said Mr. D's. Here it is there. All right, here we go. MDS. MDS. Interesting, huh? Mr. D's. Mr. D's comes out to 666. Man, that's deep. That's deep. They take these pictures of these people and boom, this comes out. 19 is 36. That's 3 6 is 666. This picture, speaking. Mr. D equals 36, basic gematria. Oh well, there it is. And Marilyn Monroe, 36 years old when she died. (8/4/1962), that equals 93. 8/4/1962 equals 30. 30 from 93 gives you 63. Marilyn Monroe's death comes out to 63, which is 666. And she...
Have they coded this thing for us? And we got to figure out the riddle? Is that what's going on here? Mr. Bob Lee, God rest his soul. And again, is this in relation to him being in the way of the Fed now? The Fed now. Because it's similar to Cash App, right? It appears anything that rivals the new economic system is going to get out the way. Tell me what you think. I'm Friendship Pearson. Just wanted to do a little blast from the past in relation to what happened, the guilty verdict, and again, is it coincidence that there's an X above this man's head? I mean, just look at this here. You go right here, and all of a sudden, you go right to him. Watch this here. It's fascinating.
That should not have been. We're going to take that up.
Momeni's verdict comes with a possible...
See that? That quick. It appears to be staged to me, allegedly. My name is Friendship Pearson. If you enjoy the work, please subscribe. When you go to my channel, whether it's Friendship Blue or Friendship Gift, click on my name. Go from there, then click right here. I have a book out. I sell my book all through the year, but I really highlight it during Christmas. Go to Friendship Pearson. Well, Amazon Books, Friendship Pearson, or Amazon Books, Protect the Gift. I have over 60, maybe 64 poems in there. To your delight, give it as a gift for you and or your loved ones. Again, Friendship Pearson, Protect the Gift, Amazon Books. Thank you. God bless.